All right, Andy, here we go. What? That was Deep Purple, Burn. That was David Coverdale's first album with Deep Purple as a lead singer. And you might know or have heard of David Coverdale when he was with Whitesnake. What? Here I go again on my own. Yeah, I know. It's Tuesday morning. Good morning. Yeah, I said Tuesday. It's Tuesday, May 30th. We are here on a Tuesday morning because of a couple of reasons, actually. A, we finally got a holiday off and weren't here for this last weekend. And B, we weren't here even last week either because I was out of commission, out of town, out of it. So here we are. On a 4-day work week, coming on a Tuesday. You ever notice, Andy, it's like I said, a 4-day work week. We got 4 days, and now it's going to be Friday again. You know, are you as productive as you are during a 5-day week? You know, 4 10s versus 5 8s. You know, you're in and both are long days, both take, you know. So I don't know. There's no hump day this week because there's 2 and 2. There's no middle day. We already got the day off yesterday. So it just seems like it's a weird day when you do 4-day work weeks. Or like even when there's like a holiday, like on Thanksgiving, there's only a 3-day work week. Monday to the third. Sometimes you take the whole freaking week off. Okay, you remember now, Andy, it was Memorial Day weekend, and that is the unofficial first day of summer. Law enforcement say it's the worst 100 days in the year, and that's between Memorial Day and Labor Day, a 100-day period. It's the highest rate for traffic accidents, drownings. It's horrible. Crime goes up to 100 days of summer. So, Andy, let's be reminding everybody you need to be safe out there. What am I doing? You're doing your thing. Drive. Don't drink and drive. Your dogs won't know if you why you didn't come home. And of course, Andy, when we have those Memorial Day and Labor Day summer things going on, then you have people continuing to confuse Labor Day and Memorial Day and Armed Forces Day and all of that. So every year it's like, thank you for your service on Memorial Day. They're dead. Okay? Memorial Day was originally founded from the Civil War period. Veterans Day is for thanking those who served. Of course, Armed Forces Day is honoring those presently serving. Yeah, it's cool. There's a Canine Veterans Day. But like I said, Memorial Day was originally founded right after the Civil War. Okay, and it was a big deal then because they were honoring and decorating the graves of Americans. Okay, and both sides, and the tradition of flowers of the grave. That's where it started, was during the Civil War, and it continues today. So Memorial Day is a big day. It's not for barbecues and picnics, going to the lake and camping. There's a lot of people on this day that their hearts are broken. Well, yesterday, my dad. If you've all listened and listened to me podcast, he was served in World War II in the South Pacific and the Aleutian Isles. That's up by Russia and then down there. I had an imaginary app, Andy. Well, for the people watching, it would be Aleutian Islands would be here, and the South Pacific would be, oh, we can't point to the South Pacific, can we? My mom was Rosie the Riveter. So, you know, Memorial Day, I always think of my dad. Talked about it and all of that. So, it was a keep them straight, you know, keep them straight. So, Memorial Day weekend in Great Falls was a torrential, wasn't it, Andy? Holy moly. I got off work Friday. It was sprinkling on and off all Friday afternoon when I was working. You know, we were under overhangs. We were avoiding the rain. And then I got home, and it got dark. And then it started. And it poured. You could hear it just boom, and then rattling the roof. And it was like, oh, we're not going to brunch now. And it just was like, you know, I was thinking of buying an ark, building an ark. Well, buying one, something, because I didn't, it was gully wash down the alley, people's houses floating down the alley. It wasn't that bad, but it rained and rained and rained. I was going to mow the lawn yesterday, and it was still wet. It's like, man, maybe I'll just find someone else to mow it. Anybody looking to mow my yard? The search for vinyl, Andy, continues. It's a new week. I do not have Deep Purple Bird on vinyl that you were listening to this morning. That was on CD. I don't know if I would get it. I think the best three Deep Purple is Fireball, Who Do We Think We Are, Machine Head. And if you have those three in your vinyl collection, then you've got it locked up. I'm missing two of them. So, Machine Head, Who Do We Think We Are? Put that. And I'll take Bird, too, if you got it. So, what happened this weekend? Well, besides being wet and soggy and Memorial Day, the debt ceiling deal. What is the debt ceiling deal? On Sunday, President Joe Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy reached an agreement in principle. What does the agreement in principle mean, anyway? Is that they reached an agreement in principle on legislation to increase the nation's borrowing ability and authority and avoid federal default. We freaking default, it would have repercussions around the globe. It would affect every country on the globe. Don't think so? Look what the repercussions and the ripple was from the Great Depression in the 20s in the United States when the stock market crashed. Oh, wow, Pipe, you might be right. I'm absolutely right. Federal default would be global catastrophe. McCarthy said that the House will vote on legislation tomorrow, okay, giving the Senate time to consider it before June 5th, the date that Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, is it Yellen or Yellen, has said that the U.S. could default on its debt obligations. The Senate's going to consider it? I mean, Andy, is this right? They're going to consider it. What? Jumping Jesus H. Christ. What's there considered if it's... What I do know is this. If they don't act in time, the people that are going to suffer the most, besides, it being a global thing, global catastrophe, if they don't act, who suffers in America? Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security, disability, veterans, service members. That's who will not get money. Of course, while the members of the House and the Senate would continue to get paid. And that's why I don't like none of them. Pipewrench, you need to take a side. You need to go left. You need to go right. Screw you. If we don't pass this budget, people don't get their money, and the Democrats in the House and the Republicans in the Senate and the Republicans in the House and the Democrats in the Senate will all continue to get paid. Biden will get paid. His cabinet will get paid. Kamala will get paid. They'll all keep getting their paychecks. But if you're on Social Security, you won't get it. If you're on disability, if you're a veteran, if you're in the service right now, you won't get paid if they don't pass this. Bull freaking shit! How is that right? And you wonder why I don't like people in Washington. Because this is what they do. So here's what I know so far, Andy, about the debt itself. Okay? And what's been happening. I have the notes here. Andy's got the stuff here. So we got the skinny and the down low. We got down low? We got a 2-year debt increase and spending limits to keep the non-defense spending flat. In other words, no increase in 2004. Okay? So if you're looking for a bump in pay, if you're in the military, disability, cost of living, anything, nope, not coming. Okay? No new programs, nothing. Okay? A 1% increase the following year. Yeah, a 1% increase. They will, agreement. Now, I like this one here. There is an agreement to fully fund medical care for veterans, including a multi-million, am I wrong? It's billion dollar, Andy says it's billion dollar fund dedicated to veterans exposed to toxic substances or environmental hazards. You're like, what could that be? What could Biden want to be? Those are burn pits. You know what burn pits are? Let me explain what burn pits are. They take all the garbage. They take all the sewage. They take all the medical waste and bandages. They take all the garbage. They put it in a heap. They drench it with jet fuel, light it on fire. All them fumes. Cancers. All sorts of cancer. Government's like, oh, how can that hurt you, a burn pit? We're just burning shit with jet fuel. Government intelligence. It's a multi-billion-dollar fund. It was a campaign promise of Joe Biden's, and I think it's a good thing. Okay? That's one good thing that old goat has done. Okay, they've expanded the work requirements. The agreement would expand some requirements for the supplemental nutritional assistance program, SNAP, formerly known as food stamps. The agreement would raise the minimum age for existing work requirements from 49 to 54. But those changes would expire in 2030, which would, I'll probably expect them to raise that to 80? Yeah. They're going to make work requirements. If you're 80, you can still freaking work. Yeah, no doubt. So changes in the agreement has changes in the National Environmental Policy Act. Basically, what they are doing is they're going to make a lead agency instead of everybody and their brother having a... we got 18 agencies at brunch this morning trying to figure out what mimosas to drink that are environmental friendly. They're going to streamline that process. It was all arguing that Republicans had sought to repeal the Biden's efforts to waive nearly $10,000 to $20,000 student loan debt for nearly all borrower. What the heck, man? Is there laughing gas in here? Nitrous? Why can't I say borrowers? Like David Spade, black sheep with borrowers who took out student loans. It was kind of a non-starter for Democrats because the budget agreement just said, hey, we'll keep the student loan in relief in place. It's in front of the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has the ultimate say on this one. A decision is expected in June, which was, Andy, it's just like day after tomorrow. God, it's weird being here on a Tuesday. I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. See, that's what they get for bringing us in on a freaking Tuesday. So the national debt isn't over. They're agreed in principle. They're voting before the 5th. It could be disastrous. It'd be a recession. It'd be, like I said, you think the Depression was bad. It'd just be all over again. What do I think about what? Tik-Tok? Tik-Tok, Tik-Tok. Just the last week, since the last time we were here, our governor, Greg Gianforte, signed a total ban on TikTok. First state in the nation to do that. So, now, not only for the government employees, no, everybody in the state, it's how enforceable is that? It's a TikTok ban on everybody in the state. Andy, there's a class action suit, or there are multiple suits. There are class action and multiple lawsuits over this. Are we joining? Probably. Okay, probably. We do TikTok. We have a TikTok, and I do not agree that anybody can tell me how to run my business with what equipment I can use if it is not illegal. Okay? Everybody's out there, oh, but the TikTok are spies. They're spying on you. The Chinese government is spying on you with TikTok. Bullshit. And if they are, so what? Okay? Here's what I'm going to tell you. Your phone's made in China. Okay? My camera's made in China. Microphone's made in China. Computer's made in China. Snoop's made in China. Snoop, are you made in China? He says he's made in China. Okay, so for you to say that TikTok is tracked, the funniest thing I've seen, Andy, I had some people on Facebook in this community. TikTok is communist China spying on you as they're sitting on Facebook. Facebook, the most intrusive social media app out there. Been in front of the Senate, been in front of the House. Lawsuits. They track you. You're on Chrome. If you're on Chrome and Facebook, you might as well give it up. Chrome's been busted. Keystrokes. You keystroke a search, they'll get every letter. Facebook, the guy has just, buy American. He's on a Chinese phone or tablet telling everybody to buy American on Facebook. Who's spying on you. You don't think they spy on you? He's been arrested. Mark, they've been... Algorithms. Have you ever been, Andy, we and I are talking, or you're talking, or whatever, and I'm talking about lawn furniture. and I'm talking about barbecues and what? Girls' cute feet that we've talked more than once on the podcast. And all of a sudden, and dogs, yeah, okay. My Facebook marketing, my feed, everybody's like, my ads are killing me. What do your ads look like? I'll tell you what my ads look like, okay? Girls in flip-flops, girls in bare feet, girls with dogs, dogs barbecuing. I mean, that's algorithms. And how do they get them? They listen. Google Chrome, they've been busted. Listening. We all joke about it, but you know they do it. And you just go off on China because it's the right thing to do. Educate yourself before you sit on Facebook and tell everybody to buy American and avoid foreign apps. When the government comes and tells you what you can do with your business and what kind of paper you can use and what kind of cars you can drive and what kind of other stuff you can do, don't come complaining to me because they're telling me, G40's telling me where I can post my videos and can't. And that's government overreach at its finest. And I mean finest. It's just not right. Okay? So, you got algorithms going. You've got Facebook and Instagram and Twitter all have been in court in Senate hearings because they watch your keystrokes. They watch your search history. And if I'm sitting here with the phone in my lap or on the table talking to some guy about a barbecue pit and then open up Facebook and there's an ad for a barbecue pit, how the hell do you think they got it? Do you think the apps could read my mind? Spies. I don't give a rat's butt if China knows I like tuna noodle casserole or not, or I like Jennifer Lawrence's feet. I don't care. And G40 has no right getting involved. And just the Republicans in the House and Senate of Montana, I mean, they voted in November. All restrictions on abortion were voted down by a majority of the citizens of the state of Montana. G40 signed 3 bills that basically duplicated everything everybody voted against. And the people voted, it's in court, and the courts are like, what are you, nuts? They already voted on this. Says that the citizens don't have the right to determine where their money can be spent with marijuana. So he gave all his profits to his buddies. That's what goes on here. So we ban this. When we ban that, and the news of Montana is not funny. It's not funny. Okay? It's an enforceable ban. If you think TikTok is bad, don't use it. But don't tell me that I can't use it. Okay? You are overreaching like a motherfucker when you do that. And don't support it either. If you support the ban on TikTok, then you support the ban on parts of my business. Okay? And you are the enemy then. Because if you want to run my business and tell me what we can and can't do here, then I have a problem with that. Okay? And I'll just come to your business. What rest business? What, we got 2 taxi businesses in town? Okay, you can only use electric cars. If you don't like it, too bad. How many chain restaurants? Okay, when your water is served, it has to be like this. You can't serve water. You can't serve bottled water. It's just the same thing. If you say it's not, it's apples and oranges, it's not. It's government interference with what my business is. It is what it is. I mean, people are on, oh my God, TikTok! Oh my God, TikTok is not right. Wait a minute. I got to download Instagram and Google Chrome and Facebook. Oh, I'm safe now, but TikTok, stop it, going to brunch, and now I have a bunch of ads about brunch. I know. NBA Finals. NBA Finals are here, and it's nightmare, they say, for the NBA, because it's obviously that you're not going to have any huge market teams in it. Big questions are, you know, is it LeBron James's last year? Is he going to come back? You know, everybody, LeBron, oh, LeBron. LeBron don't even make my top 5, okay? I mean, come on, all right? Let's talk about him for a minute. Everybody's like, oh, LeBron James. Oh, look at him. He's the king. He gave himself the nickname. Okay, cowboy? When you start giving yourself nicknames, first of all, you don't do that. Other people do that, okay? So, plays on 4 teams to get all his titles. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He's Cleveland, Miami, Cleveland, Lakers. Yeah, you can do Cleveland twice. Yes, you can if you put another team in there. What, 5? Who are just 5? Okay. How about Jordan, Bird, Magic, Kobe, Kareem? Shit, Robert Parrish is better than LeBron James. Oscar Robinson averages a career double. Take that for a daily double. Okay? Jerry West. I don't want to hear it. Okay. All right. Different eras, different basketball. We're in the era of flops. Okay? I just named people from the 80s and 90s. Can you imagine, for a moment, LeBron James and his little ship of fools going up against the bad boy Pistons of the late 80s and 90s? Back-to-back championships? Dennis Rodman in his prime could shut LeBron down. Dennis Rodman in his prime shut everybody down. He threw Bird off his game, Magic off his game, the Jordan rules that Chuck Daly had with Dumars and Rodman. Why? Can you imagine LeBron James driving the lane between Rick Mahorn and Bill Laimbeer? They'd be fucking his ass up. I know it's a different era. I've watched LeBron James. I watched Magic. I watched Jordan. I watched Bird when they were in college. Okay? I watched Kareem when he was in college. I remember when it was Lou Alcindor playing for the Milwaukee Bucks. So I've watched some sports, okay? So don't be telling me, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. LeBron is the greatest. He's not, okay? He's not. He's in a flop era. He couldn't stick to one team. He's a complainer. He's a ball hog. If there was a last-second shot to make, I would rather have the ball in Jerry West's hand than LeBron James. Okay? That's a fact, Andy. That is you can take that for the darn bank. Okay? I just don't think he couldn't have played it. I know it's different eras, and it's always like, Wilt Chamberlain, he makes my top 5. Where would LeBron be? I don't know. The greatest of all time that I ever saw was Jordan. I hated Jordan because he was a Bull, and I'm a Pistons fan. But I'm Jordan. And then the rivalry between Bird and Magic. Bird was a forward that was much, much better than LeBron. Oh, geez. Magic played guard. 6'9" guard, yeah. Yep. Yeah, could you see LeBron trying to drive on Charles Barkley? I like that, though, anthology. Let's go, man. Let's weave LeBron between, Bill Laimbeer and Rick Mahorn. And who'd be waiting for him? Rodman. No, I just don't think he's the king. I know he does a lot of charitable things, and I know this, and I know that, but I think Oscar Robinson was a better guard. I think Jerry West was a better guard. I think Magic Johnson was a better guard. Okay? I think Jordan was a better guard. Bird forward, Kareem center, Parrish center. I think the whole bad boy team was better. I think Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars, both, better. God, Lambier's got two rings, so. But it's a marketing nightmare. So, Andy, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, and we are here in the studio. It's supposed to be a really nice week. Yep, it is. So I think that's it, isn't it? We got LeBron out of the way. We got the national debt out of the way. Memorial Day. We were spinning about this, spinning about that. TikTok. And we're still using TikTok. If you get a VPN, you can use it. It's not enforceable. The ban's not enforceable. I think it's only supposed to take effect 2000 in the new year, and I think it'll be in court by then, and a judge will halt it. He has, if it's going to go to trial or the suit has any merit, he'll halt it. And to ban your citizens from, what's next? Windows? Can't use Windows. Can't use anything Bill Gates. That's right, Andy. So that's, keep using TikTok. And that's it, Andy. He says that's it. So, national debt, they're going to vote tomorrow and before June 5th, and we'll see if we get our checks. Are we still going to get a check? If we don't, you don't know. Also, it's summer, so let's keep our dogs in. Keep your fences. Go do a perimeter. I am so sick of people on Facebook. I lost my dog. My dog get out. The dog got out because you let him out. Okay? If you make sure your gate, I double check my gates every day. So let's take care of our doggos. Remember, adopt, don't shop, spay and neuter, love your dogs, kiss your dogs. Until next week, Andy, adopt a shelter pet, and we're out of here. Adopt a shelter pet. We are out of here until next Monday. Enjoy the rest of your week. We are out of here.